What's up? How are you guys?
How are you?
Doing good,
Doing
brother.
great. I'm doing
Ladies
great.
and gentlemen, Eagles defensive end Connor Barwin. Are we live, by the way? We're not? Yeah, man, you're like Gary Vaynerchuk, man. You're like live
You got
all
a
the
fam
time.
crew rolling with you?
I think he's with you guys.
Oh. Oh, he works here. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, they keep us locked up, man. We don't get to see the other staff members around the station.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought you're on the cutting edge of technology.
Well,
that
you never know with Connor. You may have had a reality show following you right now or something you're into. What's up, brother?
Never.
How
no
are you?
reality show for me. I'm doing good.
So what has you out on a Tuesday morning on your day off? What has you out this morning, brother?
I am talking about NRG.
NRG.
Yeah, NRG, the energy company. You know, they do the solar at the stadium,
yes.
the wind turbines.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I love that.
They had a charity flag football game at the stadium yesterday. I don't believe either of you played in the game.
Well, we
No.
don't want to show anybody up.
I feel like I would have dominated, so they didn't let him play. But I think through the event, they raised over $30,000 for local charities, and it was a great event. So I'm going around talking about that and promoting solar energy. Anybody who lives in New Jersey and wants to put solar on their homes, it's obviously getting really popular. Just visit nrgsolar.com.
Okay.
And they'll take care of it for you.
In all seriousness, though, you are into those types of issues and causes. Why is it near and dear to you? Whether it's SEPTA and riding the train, taking public transportation, or whether it's NRG, whether it's solar, these are important issues really in our time.
Yeah, it's really simple for me. I just think it's the right thing to do. And it's no more complicated than that. And NRG is a company that has been doing the right thing for a long time, and I've been an ambassador for the company since my days playing in Houston, and I'm happy to still be working with them here in Philadelphia.
That's awesome.
Isn't that the name of the Texas Stadium,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So they're headquartered.
Yeah.
They have two headquarters, Houston and Princeton. So it's kind of funny. I played in these two places.
Right.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be for you to be a part of this. Now, were you at the flag football game yesterday?
I was not. We had practice yesterday.
That's
and
right.
meetings.
You guys were working yesterday.
So I made it there for the end, but I didn't see anybody play.
I was looking for a scouting report on some people that work here at the station. Yeah, I wanted to know what they look like
or
out there.
Translation, how sad they were.
Yeah, because some people here claim to be
players.
Former athletes of some sort. You know, they go back to their high school days of things they used to do. Michael B. is a cross-country guy.
You know that. There's
but I've never seen
that,
him
man.
do anything.
Nothing tougher.
You haven't ran anywhere.
I'll tell you what, because I might pull something.
What did you ran cross-country in high school?
Yeah, in college. Syracuse University.
What'd you run?
Well, I only ran for one year at Syracuse.
What was your best time?
Until I got hurt. My best time was 16:30 for 3 miles.
What was your best mile you ever ran?
Best mile was 4:48.
That's fast.
Come on, man.
Let's go right now. Right now. Hit me.
A 4:48 mile.
Football's not tough. You turn your ankle on a twig in a trail. That's difficult, man.
Do you run at all anymore?
Well, not really. Not really. I'm almost 40 now, Connor, and it's very difficult. So
that's awesome, man.
We're so glad that you're here, though, because we had the Connor taking calls for next hour. It's wonderful. But in all seriousness,
we do have a game coming up.
We do have a game coming up. And it's a game against, I would say, your hometown team. Mm-hmm. And there's two parts of that. One, going back home and playing in your hometown. But two, Jim Schwartz coached there. He was the head coach there for 5 seasons. And we saw what happened when Buffalo went in 2 years ago, how emotional it was as they thumped Detroit. And he rode off on his players' shoulders. So both of those things must be weighing on at least some of the minds of the players.
Yeah, obviously it's great for me and Brandon Graham to go home and play in front of our family and friends. I'll have probably 100 people there. It's also an opportunity. We all know what happened last year, and we'd like to obviously play a lot better than we did last year. And then Jim Schwartz was the head coach there. I'm from Detroit, so I know a lot of people still have a lot of respect for him. He took them to the playoffs after a couple years after their 0-16 team. So he was a great head coach for them. And I don't know. I don't think, just knowing Jim Schwartz going into this week, we had meetings yesterday. He didn't bring it up. I don't think he's going to make it about that. But obviously, we're all aware of that.
Yeah,
of course. You got to be, man.
No, but you know what our friend Matt Rule says, play with emotion, don't let emotion play with you.
Sure.
So that emotion that brings out, it seems like he's the type of coach that gets his players to rally around him. And as many coaches do, but certainly he's that fire and brimstone type of guy seemingly. And you want to do that for him.
Well, without a doubt. He makes you want to play for him. You know what I'm saying? He's so passionate and he's so invested in everything, in us and everything that we're doing, that you feel like you want to, be your best and play as hard as possible for a guy like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, Coach Schwartz is a part of it, being a former coach there. But you guys don't need to look any further than last Thanksgiving for motivation, going back there to face this team again. Talk about, where the team was, not so much talent-wise last year, but just mentally compared to where you guys are right now. I just thought that was a down time for this team last year when you guys played on Thanksgiving. And while a lot of the players are still here, it doesn't look like the same football team this year.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's a totally new year, a totally different team. We were last year was a long year. It was a hard year. It was up and down. We'd win a game, lose a game. We never really found a groove. The offense would play well, then the defense would play well. It was just a weird, long season. And obviously, we're still in the very beginning of the season, but we're off to a good start. And for us right now, going to this game, it's about this year and what we're doing and how we're playing. We want to pick up where we left off, continue to improve every week, and not really worry too much about what happened last year, because that was last year, and that doesn't matter at all to what's going to happen this Sunday.
Defensively, Brandon was on earlier with Angelo, and he talked about the 3-4 versus the 4-3. He said he was good, truly good with both defenses. You have indicated the same. He said, I know the strengths and weaknesses of both defenses. But you also said when you guys switched to the 4-3, you kind of talked about that DN position like that was more of your natural position. You like playing that position. Do you think that's the case with the majority guys on the team?
Yeah,
with the 4-3?
Without a doubt. Because if you're a defensive lineman, you're asked to stop the run, set the edge, and rush the quarterback. If you're an outside linebacker, you're asked to do all of that plus drop into coverage. So for us, I mean, we're all capable of dropping into coverage, but if we don't have to do that, that's awesome. I mean, we'd rather get more opportunities to rush the quarterback and stop the run, and that's what you get in a 4-3. And to me, it's not much more complicated than that.
Any concern about being able to get your mojo back? You guys were 3-0 coming off that huge win against the Steelers, riding high. Bye week was there. I know most of the players welcomed the bye week, but also know a few that would have loved to have kept playing. Any concern about being able to, get back what you guys had walking off that field against the Pittsburgh Steelers going into this game?
No, I don't think so. I think we're a confident group, and we're understand where we're at, and it's still early, and we have a lot of room to grow. I mean, almost you can think, the bye week came at a perfect time, because everybody was patting us on the back last week. And that's kind of quieted down a little bit. So now we can get back to just focusing on football and being as prepared as we can be against the Lions.
But I still...
that's the way to look at it.
Yeah, I look at it too, but I look at that Steelers game, and I'm wondering what you took away from the fact that the Steelers then hosted Kansas City and beat them 43-14. And I thought, well, they learned a lesson from the Philadelphia Eagles, and unfortunately for Kansas City, they paid for that lesson. Can you make that connection with regard to last year? Can you make that and Detroit? Can you make that connection with coming off the bye?
Well, see, this is what's good for you guys, because you have plenty of hours to fill talking about it. For us as football players, we don't worry about all of that and what happened and why it happened and how it happened. It's very simple for us. We watched the tape. We saw what we did good. We saw what we did bad, and we move on and try to improve. And we don't try to analyze anything that we don't immediately control. And I think that's what the best teams do, and that's what we're going to continue to do this year.
Yeah, but you're a guy who kind of looks at his world around him, man. You know what I'm saying?
I see how you're trying to pull me into this conversation.
You know it. I mean, you're sitting in the studio right in front of me, and it's at 43. I just thought, wow. I mean, all of a sudden they showed up, and they didn't against the Eagles. So do you have to guard against any kind of coming off the bye week blues or any of that? Make sure you're up for this one.
Yeah, you need to make sure you're up, but we've got a lot to play for, and we got a good group, and I'm not concerned with that. And right now we'll focus. We had a great practice yesterday. Everybody came back from the bye healthy. we had today off, and then we get back to our normal routine Wednesday and put pads on and practice.
Well, one final one for me. No Megatron to face. It's been almost a decade that anybody's been able to say that when taking on Detroit. That certainly is a huge burden off any defense's shoulders to have to worry about defending. But Matthew Stafford still likes to throw the football, and he still puts up big numbers, albeit they've been trailing a lot this year, so he has to throw to get them back in the game. But he's still a quarterback that, if he gets hot, he can sort of hurt you. What are some of the things, going up against Detroit that you got to sort of worry about defending against a guy like Matthew Stafford?
Well, you said it. I mean, he's a quarterback that can get hot and make every single throw. And for us on the defense, he's a quarterback that keeps them in every single game. When you have a guy like that running the show on offense, they always have the ability to be in a game, come back in a game, and obviously win a game. So he'll be a big challenge for us, and we'll have to be ready to contain him.
What do you mean one more for you? He's here for an hour, for God's sakes. Okay, just two more quick ones for me. One is a tough one, but we got to throw it at you. Nigel Bradham, go. Did that resonate at all in the locker room?
No, none of us even knew it happened, and I think we all saw it in the news after we were done yesterday. He made a mistake. You can't forget that you have a gun in your bag and go to the airport.
Period. End of story.
Yeah.
But you indicated a moment ago there are media-driven issues and there are team-driven issues. This is not anything that would be divisive or do anything in the locker room.
No, not at all. This is something that is, he's got to take care of in his personal life on his own, and it's nothing more than that.
And lastly, save the best for last. Cuba, man. You went to Cuba.
Man, you guys got to go.
Cerveza.
Yeah.
Got to go.
One,
we can't go, man.
No, not cervezas, yeah, but it's rum in Cuba. It's mojitos and Cuba
I
Libre.
told you mojitos, man. I told you.
They drink mojitos all day and Coke and rum all day. Cuba Libres.
Real
you mean
quick.
drink Coke, not...
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No, Cuba's we don't need to get into all the politics, but it's actually a pretty safe. There's not a lot of drugs and there's no guns, so it's really a pretty safe place for Americans to travel to now that it's open.
Right. So you went down there, commercial flight. Was it a special deal?
No,
I'm really interested in this.
No, it's open now. There's a direct flight from American to Havana. There's commercial flights. JetBlue flies. American flies. You have to. I went down there for educational purposes. We had a tour guide, a translator the whole time. It's an amazing place to see. It's like a throwback in time, obviously. So I would say if anybody's interested, like you, I would go sooner rather than later, because now that the private markets are in there, U.S. commerce is coming, it's going to change pretty quickly.
How long were you there? How many days?
I was there 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm. And then right out, and no issues. Hotel was nice?
There are hotels, but we rented a house. We rented a house and had somebody that made breakfast every morning, and it was great.
You got to do?
Exchange numbers, man.
Okay.
And you smoke cigars, too. I mean.
Well, I can't say that publicly. I do not, as far as anybody knows, but I'll get with you after. We got to take a break.
I do.
Okay, there it is. Yeah. Uncle Ike does. One more time, nrghomesolar.com and picknrg.com, as Connor Barwin is here on behalf of NRG, and which was awesome. You caught the tail end of the football game yesterday. $30,000 donated to charitable causes by NRG, which is awesome. Really awesome.